Hey Groovers, Ted here from Irez. I'm just going to show you the blog system here. Now the blog is fantastically flexible in getting content onto your site from any Irez built platform. Now it doesn't have to be limited to a blog necessarily. I've got people using it for portfolios for their staff, profiles on different artists and all sorts of stuff. So it is something that can be quite flexible, and it's gone through an update recently or toward the beginning of the year, and that made the blog layout section um, a lot more flexible in terms of what it is. So this is the layout, and you can see it's got a few what's called connections here. So this is part of the big updates we've been doing, and that's basically the generic or default way that your blog will appear. So this bluey background here is your background image, and typically what would also appear when you search it: title, post author, and publish date. All these things important when it comes to SEO as well, and I'll go more into that in detail. So the share buttons for people to share it when they read it, and the content of the blog itself. But this can be laid out to be basically whatever you would like, this whole page itself. And you can see that down here, I usually put a thing here where it says, shows up other blogs that you've previously posted. But today I just want to show you a quick way. It is important to do your blogs regularly, so definitely recommend doing them at least once a month, particularly in this situation if you're like a trade. It's a good way to keep your site fresh and of course show off other people as what your portfolio looks like in terms of your clients, your work, and that sort of stuff. So I've got quite a few tradies on the platform now, and they're always saying, how do we get our site up there? Now, the best and easiest way is with content, as with any site, is to get your content levels up there. You can't just have a site that sits there and does nothing. So for those people that are really looking to excel in their search results, this is the best way to do it. And that's just to get it out there. Now, if you want to do other blogs that are a little bit more informative, by all means, don't let me stop you. But on this occasion, this one is specifically A, just to show you how to do a quick and easy blog, and B, for those guys that I do have that are tradies, this is what you should be doing basically. And then once you've done this, you can then share it back to Facebook. So I know a lot of you are just putting all your pictures and stuff on Facebook. It's quick and it's easy, and that's great. You've got 100 followers on Facebook, those 100 people that see it, okay, wonderful. But ideally what you want is to be seen by thousands of people, which can only be done outside of Facebook, which is obviously Google. So when you log into your platform using your login details, in this case we're going to use the builder, you'll see a selection of widgets down the side here, and don't worry if you don't see them all. Some of them are not available to everybody, but most people will see the blog one, and you'll see a list of any blogs that you've already posted. And in this occasion, we're going to do a new post. Now, this post in particular is bathroom renovation in Budgie. Now, I specifically called out this title because this is what we want people to see. This is what we want searching for. So people are likely to be searching for, looking for a builder in Budgie that does bathroom renovations on this occasion. So, just use the same sort of thing, but within your trade, obviously. Now, it's going to ask who you are. Obviously, just type in you there. So that'd be the best situation in here. In this occasion, I'm just going to override that. So Mick's going to be technically the thing. They've sent me through some wording to do, and I said I'd do this. All right, so the post main image, this is the one that, as I said, appears in the background here. So let's have a look. Now I've already uploaded one photo, but we're going to upload a few more. So it's just as simple as that basically. So you can see there, I've literally just clicked on upload images. Now you can see these are the photos they've sent. They're directly the IMG says to me that they're obviously straight off the phone. That's fine, and but they're going to be big and they're not going to be optimized as perfectly as what we ideally want them for SEO and things like that. So the website server will optimize your images. So if you do take big photos off your phone, which they quite often are if they're in decent quality, they'll come through pretty big, and the server will try and optimize them for size, but I've actually gone through and optimized them even further manually. This is something you can do if you want to. At the very least, just rename them. So Google will look at photo names as well. So when somebody's searching for something, bathroom renovation in Budgie, for example, in this occasion, they're going to find this photo, but they're not going to find this one that's just got the generic IMG name there. So I've already uploaded this one. We've got some before and afters there. So I've just held down Control in this occasion and clicked the rest of the ones that I want to upload, so that we'll then have 4 photos. Okay, so all have uploaded, and you can see it didn't have to optimize it because it's already done it. On this occasion, I want this one in particular to be the main image, and you can just replace it if you go, oh no, I want to change that one out, or you can edit the photo itself, that is resize, do a few other little bits and pieces. Then we hit start. Start, you can see there, it's put it in the background. It's already put the title in automatically, the name, and today's date. Now, so we can see here, here's the default thing. So it's got the stuff here that we can't edit because that's in the edit window. Just wants us to focus on the blog content itself. By default, we'll have a subtitle. If you don't want to do a subtitle, you don't have to. Just see this little box here, red box, you can click it and it'll go away. It's got a default photo there and some content. So on this occasion, I do want to put in a bit of a subtitle. Bringing old bathrooms to life. That'll do. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. All right, now we're going to click on the photo. And as I said here before, you can replace it. So we're going to replace it with a picture of the bath. Now we can see, whilst the tiling that they've done is great, that's awesome. They've obviously done tiling floor to ceiling, but it doesn't necessarily bode well for a nice big fat photo because there's a lot of empty space there. We can see that the tiling goes there. So on this occasion, I'm just going to squish this photo up a little bit so it's not taking up so much room on a desktop, especially on mobile. It's not too bad, but on this occasion, we just want to tidy that up a little bit. So I'm going to bring that down. That should be good. I mean, you could go all the way down, but I want to show off a bit of that tiling there as well. And obviously, again, just use your own bit of common sense there as to what you're showing off, as well as the user experience at the end of the day. So user experience is something that Google takes into account when they're ranking. Okay, so I've just hit save and close there. And that will then just double check that that image is optimized. And you can see there it's automatically put in the smaller one. Now, I definitely recommend pre-writing your content. Don't wait till you get here to write your content. So on this occasion, we've just got a little bit of writing there that we did in Google Docs. Control A, Control V, paste. Simple as that. And that way it's all there. Now in Google Docs, you can also, if you do anything with bullet points, for example, like that, you know, blah, 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 and then you copy all that, the bullet points will actually come into here as well. So if you're writing something that's got bullet points, whether they're numbered or what have you, they'll come into there. So you can just copy paste and it will accept all that, whatever you write in there. I've done a couple of little spaces here in between. Now we're not writing a lot on this occasion because it is a portfolio type piece. It's not necessarily a blog piece per se. And so on this occasion, we don't need to write a lot, but by all means, again, if you can write more, do, okay? Ideally, any blog piece should be between 500 and 1,000 words. Now that's a lot of words, and especially when on this occasion, you're just doing it. So again, Google is pretty smart. They know what they're reading, they know what they're looking at. So if we go, here's a couple of pics, we've named them properly, we're going to show off some before and afters, they go, okay, this is not a blog piece, it is something showing off the pictures and the portfolio, that sort of thing. And it knows that, and so it's not going to penalize you for not having a lot of words in there. Okay, so we've got two pictures here and here. Now we can make those a little bit bigger up there. I'll come back to that in a moment, but not 100% necessary. So I'm going to actually add in some extra detail here. Now, since the update, I've added in the ability to add in any widgets to any blog piece. So on this occasion, I'm going to do some before and afters. I wonder if we, we might split this up. I'm going to push that one down. So here I've added in an extra row, because I don't want big before and afters, I just want two side by side, in fact. So again, sorry, I'm working quite quickly here. You can see empty column, so we've got row, and then columns within the row. So think of it like a Excel spreadsheet or something like that. I guess you've got rows that go left to right and columns that go up and down. It's empty column. I just want to add in an extra column here. You can see now there's two columns. All right, so just in the search bar there, you can just type what you're looking for. In this occasion, I'm looking for before and afters. There's one. And it shows you your frequently used widgets there. There's two. Okay, so I love this before and after setup because it's perfect for this sort of situation. You can change the labels. Alt text I'll go into in a moment. All right, so let's add in the images. So the bath, basin. So you can see there's now two bath pictures because we edited one, if you remember. So we've got the main one, the original one, and the one that we edited at the start. So here's the before pic of the basin. Now, alt text is, again, this is what Google reads. So whilst they can try and recognize what the picture is, if you say what it is in there, that's even better for them. So they love text being added. Now, this doesn't actually show on the picture. It's just behind the scene. So it's alt as in alternative text. So when Google comes and if they can't recognize the photo, if they can read the alt text, they'll have a fair idea of what it is. So I'm just saying because this is what we want to be found for. And the after, look at that. How beautiful does that look? Again. Now you don't want to use the same ones over and over again because if it sees too many that are the same, it doesn't have to be human readable, doesn't have to be a sentence or anything like that, but potentially words that may be searched. So we're going to add in the other one here. So I've just done before of the bath. I always recommend the suburb name. So Central Coast, as majority of my customers are based on the coast, but obviously just use the suburbs because again, people are going to be searching within their suburb as well. So this is where we want to be found. So Budgie Boy bathroom renovation. And what did we have? The bath. We want to show the big one after. Or do we want to show the big one? Yeah, that looks a bit better with the smaller one. So as you do jobs all over town and things like that, you can use different suburbs in your descriptions. You can see there, that's how it works. Like magic. Great job, Mick. So that looks really good. So you can see there's not a whole lot of this image showing up here. So I actually want a little bit more of this picture to show. So I'll come back to that in a moment. Once you've got it set, in most cases, I do actually normally set these a little bit bigger, but on this occasion, obviously I've duffed it slightly. Have a look at the post settings up the top here. This is what's going to be found when you search it and on Google. So you can see here we have another alt text tag. Now you can change these images if you like. So post main image is this one here. Post thumbnail is what will show down the bottom down here. That's the post thumbnail, and that's also what gets shown when you share it onto places like Facebook, Twitter, and the like. So you can change them if you like. By default, it'll just put them both in there. Oops, can't spell. You don't have to worry about capitals. Post short description. I'm just going to copy that text. Again, this is what shows when you share it, and also in the little bit down the bottom. So on this occasion, I'm going to remove that little space there. Oh, not saving. Tags. Tags are if you want to separate the blogs later on down the track, or have different pages that show just bathroom, for example. We can just put bathroom in there. You may or may not have intentions right now of separating your blogs or defining them or anything else like that, but it is a good idea just to put a couple of tags in there just in case later down the track we come up with some new ideas to help boost the site even further. So whilst again, Mick and Janie aren't using the separate features at this stage, but I do have plans to sort of help them out a bit once they've got a few blogs in there. So bathroom renovation, nice and simple. All right, so that shows up there. Then we're going to publish this post because we want it to appear on the site. Make sure it says published in green there. You can see the date that it was published. And if you come back and make any changes, you hit republish. If you go, oh no, I don't want that to actually show on the site anymore or anything like that, you can just unpublish it. Okay, and that's pretty much it. As I said there, I just want that top picture to show up a little bit better. And this is probably getting beyond the scope of, I want that one. So I right click there, spacing. I actually want this spacing to be 100 pixels, probably not that much. 70 is good, and let's do 50 there. No, actually we want to push this bottom one down a bit further, don't we? Right click, edit design, and all widgets are pretty consistent in this regard. All widgets will have this spacing element there. So the inner padding, 2 pixels. This is between the letter in this bottom line here, and then the outer padding is the bottom line and the next item down. On this occasion, it's this line here. So let's make that 70. Yeah, that's pretty good. No, let's make it bigger. Let's go big. Go big or go home, isn't that what they say? All right. So you can see up the top there, it's doing its saving, automatically saving. We've now got our second blog there. And on this occasion, we've called it portfolio. Okay, so instead of calling it blog, we've called it portfolio. There you go. You can see the new blog. We can hit the preview so that we can actually click on things. We can see a bit of a preview there. Beautiful bath. Yeah, before and afters. We want to jump out. When you're happy with everything, don't forget to republish your site. it'll do its little magic thing and optimize any images further and stuff like that. And once that's sorted, you can then go to your live site. This is the live version of the site. Magic. So you've got that far. Now, of course, we want to share it. Just click on the Facebook button. It'll bring up the share and away you go. That's it. So I hope that helps you in knowing how to use your blog when it comes to just simple little things that you can do. Now, I know this is taking about 20 minutes, but that's once you've done it a few times, you'll actually just go, yep, zip, zip, zip. So pre-write your text that you want to write. Don't be too salesy in the text, okay? Again, Google knows what it's looking at. If it reads it that's too salesy, like buy our stuff, you know, we're awesome, hire us, they'll know just a straight up pitch, sounds crap, don't want it. Google wants decent quality that is informative or educational in that regard. So, as I said, whilst we've only written a couple of sentences here, you can write more if you like, but on this occasion it's more portfolio. But if you combine portfolio with too much sales technique, it's going to actually demote you, which you don't want, of course. So there we go. And you can see those are the before and afters. You're welcome to change if you wanted to change those to say something else. That's it. Any questions, of course, just use the support portal. The knowledge base is all there now. That's all sweet. And that's support.irez.cc. You can see the complete how-tos, and it's where this video will be posted as well. Thanks again.